about the big guns like the bioweapons, things like that, or a nuclear attack, or pulling us into a war, which is something they've been trying to do lately, especially with Iraq and Iran and Soleimani and now this show and everything that's happening there. There is a big push to throw a lot of different nations into war, especially the U.S., with either China, Iran, Russia, or some other combination, but in result being the same World War III. So these are the kind of things that I predicted, and I explained why. And just like when I predicted that I was going to get banned, just like I predicted I was going to get doxxed within 3 days, and I was doxxed within 3 days. These things are not usually that hard to spot if you're paying close attention and you're really logical and you're really analytical and you're watching for trends, which is something I always do. I've always been that way. I'm kind of weird in that sense, but I'm a pattern spotter, right? So anyway, my point being, I want people to know that you're getting a pretty good source of information on this channel. You know, I don't toot my own horn that much. I just talk about the news itself, but you're getting a pretty good source of information on this channel. Like I said, a lot of that is because we teach this stuff a year or two ahead of when it happens. And we know a lot of times what's going to happen before it does. So, anyway, continuing on, we have Greece erecting a massive concrete block border. They're building a wall with concrete blocks, like a temporary wall, in order to, hopefully, temporary, but maybe not. Maybe it's needed as a more permanent solution here because of what Turkey is doing. They're trying to halt the migrant wave from Turkey. What's happened here, and I'll give you a sort of an example. Turkey had all these, illegal immigrants that were not all Syrians, by the way, because this video right here, or not this video in particular, but the videos that are coming out of the border, these are not all Syrian dialect, Arabic, right? They speak a certain dialect of Arabic. So it's not all Syrian dialect of Arabic being spoken here. There are Middle Eastern dialects, like a dozen of them. All right, this is a lot of different people from a lot of different Middle East areas, and it's an invading weapon. That's what it is. And Turkey recently kicked them off, shut down its border with troops, and pushed them right into Greece. Greece reacted quickly, put out 50 different ships to blockade the water, and put down a wall of men. If you guys remember that iconic phrase from the ancient Spartans, the best city is defended by a wall of men. So they put a wall of troops and border guards there, and they've had to shoot people. They've had to defend their border violently from these violent incursions. And of course, the Turkish military, at the same time Erdogan is dealing with his fist-fighting parliament, who are not happy about what he's doing, and at the same time he's pretending that the Greeks are so immoral and they're doing just what the Nazis were doing. They're just nothing here is different from what the Nazis did, I think he said. Something very close to that. At the same time, his troops are pulling down fences and setting fires along the fences to weaken them, using military trucks along the border with Greece. This is an act of war under the guise of helping the poor. And this is a weapon, and do not be deceived, because this is a massive, massive Trojan horse. And the Greeks know about Trojan horses, don't they? So we also have, talking about some of the grand strategy that's going on here. We just talked about Turkey and Syria and Greece and proxies and everything that's happening with Iran, Iraq, and the U.S. and war, and Russia, China. Let's talk about Russia just a little bit more. Recently, and yes, the economy is tanking. No, it is not because of the coronavirus. At least that's not the reason. That may be the catalyst. That may have been the straw that broke the camel's back, but it's not the reason. The reason are other things. And, we've had 100 years of distortion with central banks and the Federal Reserve and letting go of the fiat currency and just printing, QE and negative interest rates, all this crazy stuff that's happening. But we also have that big shark whale in the room called oil, right? Oil runs the world. Oil makes the world spin right now. Oil is energy, and energy is power. And the dollar was effectively tied to it quite well, but now you're seeing the death of OPEC. And first, OPEC are the nations that sort of have a deal to trade oil for dollars, which is a big deal because it really solidifies the dollar as the top dog in currency, even though it's still fake paper money, and they're all pretty much worthless. It's the best fake paper money because we can print more and buy out things And no one can stop us because they have to take the dollar if they need oil. That is changing. In fact, the price of oil was just destroyed by Russia and then by Saudi Arabia. So OPEC Plus was OPEC plus Russia. Russia decided, well, we don't need to make, $100 or plus per barrel. We can actually crash this thing down to 20 and we'll be just fine for like 5 to 10 years. What that's going to do, of course, that's going to lower the profits of Russia. They still make money. They're the biggest exporter, right? They're still going to be able to sustain those levels. They can keep it down because their cost of business is very low. Saudi Arabia needs $80 a barrel. Russia needs about 20, 25, 30. Saudi Arabia cannot compete with Russia. But what they can do is piss off the whole world and crash the market by ramping up the tap and turning on the floodgates of oil and trying to do whatever it is that they're doing. And I think it's a strategy on their part. I think it's going to backfire on them. And we may be seeing the end of the death of OPEC. Not just OPEC Plus with Russia, but OPEC itself. Now, the end impact of this is that the U.S. economy, the world economy, is largely frozen. And we'll see what happens to the dollar. I do believe, and people said that gold will be the Fed. Gold will be the Fed. I think that we are getting close to scale. For those who have got some silver or some gold, it's a good time. It's a good time to stock up and sit on it and hide it and tell anybody about it. And very excited. Right? I even have a few silver coins and bars myself, which I expect to 10x at some point. I wish I had more. Never had a lot of funds left over because of fake news censorship. Anyway, continuing on, we have Putin unleashing strategic power in the U.S. We also have the China economic data in February collapsing almost entirely. I mean, it's bad. Basically, it's standstill. And of course, 20% plus drops in a number of categories, including retail, fixed asset investment. Restaurants, of course, down 43%, clothing down 30%, jewelry 41%. We need to have redundancies in our economy. And while I didn't build shopmagazine.com with the explicit intent of replacing China as our distribution and production mechanism, I do think the timing is quite good because people are going to need things. They're going to need
what's wrong?
basic staples, right? They're going to need